Okay, thanks everybody for coming. My name is Guile Twardowski, and today we're gonna talk a little bit about history and a very speculative subject about the future of NFTs. One of the futures. So my name is Guile Twardowski. I'm a Latin artist and creative director. On my art career, I create installations about technology and the edge of our current scientific knowledge. On my design career, I help companies to succeed in Web3, providing creative and art direction services. I'm one of the co-creators of Kitties. I have been working at Dapper Labs for many years now. I'm currently the creative director working on our newest project called Disney Pinnacle. You guys should check it out. It's a very beautiful and fun project. DisneyPinnacle.com. You can sign up for a waiting list. So let's start from the beginning. So 2017, I was working at the parent company of Dapper Labs called X and Zen, and we were a startup that built startups. So we were looking at different emerging technologies and seeing how we can build products around it. This gentleman here, Dieter, he was very interested in blockchain, and he had the realization that most of the stuff that we own on our real life are actually non-fungible. So he looked at Ethereum like, why we only have one standard for tokens, why all tokens are fungible. So he went out and he was the leading person writing this new standard called ERC 721, the non-fungible token, and creating the standard of NFT. So Dieter is the true NFT papa there. And at the same time, we have Mac at the company, and he said something along the lines of, the internet is ruled by cats. We should put cats on the blockchain. And we didn't know what that really meant, but we start with that to design CryptoKitties. So CryptoKitties was a 3 months developing time, like figuring out the smart contract, the modular system, the mechanics, the genetics. We have 12 people working on the team. On October 2017, we released an alpha where we have really good feedback and could kind of feel some signals, positive signals that people were interested in the project. And in November, we release. And okay, first week, just a few stats. Over about like 60,000 registered users that even for today's standards is like pretty impressive. Nearly like 100,000 cats have been bred in the first week, which still blows my mind. And like CryptoKitties accounted for about like 25% of the Ethereum traffic at its peak, which made a lot of people very upset and some people very interested about like, oh, there's something there with these kitties and these NFTs. So for those who are not familiar about CryptoKitties, I'll just give a quick brief. So CryptoKitties is truly the origin of the NFTs as we know. It's a digital collector experience or an interactive generative art experiment. So in the game, you collect digital cats. You can breed them together and have an offspring. Each cat has a unique DNA. And when you mix cats together, same as real life, the offspring will inherit some characteristics from its parents. We also have mutations that will add new attributes to the cats, or we call in the game meowtations. And we have fancy cats. So if you breed cats in the right way, in the right time, you might be lucky and get this very special cat. This special cat, it's not done by the modular system. Actually, each fancy cat is drawn by hand. So yeah, I spent a lot of my life drawing cats for over a year. So we released CryptoKitties in 2017, and looking at like our timeline here, it's been over like almost 7 years now, and over 2 million cats have been bred in the game, which is still like insane. You can still go to the website and breed cats. And a lot of stuff happened after releasing CryptoKitties and NFT to the world. People saw that as a tool to build different things and do different things and achieve different goals. One of the goals that I was very interesting since the beginning was what happened more broadly in 2021, which was used as a tool to bring digital art into the traditional art market. But NFTs have been used for a crazy variety of things, as you probably are familiar, but within like digital fashion, a tool for selling and buying and renting property, either physical or digital, a tool for decolonization. There's some very interesting projects trying to kind of claim ownership back from stole artifacts from ancient civilizations that actually aren't in other museums in other countries. for conservation and wildlife, for beach cleanup, for a better airline loyalty program, for a certificate of your dog, whatever that means, and for probably the most wild one that I came across, that funding war defense. So from Kitties, from all those different use cases, I was trying to analyze like what's the future where NFTs can be used as a broader context. And I've been very interested in immersed digital worlds, and there's three aspects to it. One is that culture and identity is increasingly being created and shaped for doing social digital interactions. I think we're very familiar with the concept that a lot of our lives happen within digital worlds, and our identity, our digital identity, it's very valuable for us in our real life. The second thing is consumer behavior have been progressively connected to identity expression. Of certain groups to build our identity, and this behavior is already converting into the digital one. That's my last topic there, that consumerism will play a major role in creating self-digital identities. So that will create a whole new market as our life continue to be more relevant in a digital way. So when you build materials, what I'm interested around this topic is when we try to build a chair, for example, there, we are familiar with the supply chain of how you build a chair. Storage, their retail and sale at the end. And each of those steps, there are multiple companies, multiple industries, and just multiple people part of that process. And there is some wealth distribution. It is a fair wealth distribution. That's a topic for another talk, but there is some wealth distribution. When it comes to digital supply chain, you only need asset generation, which can be done by a single individual, and I think we're not that far away from fully replacing that with AI. In the case of the chair, building that 3D model, and you have the sale. And even after the sale, even the where are you going to use that chair, where are you going to use that digital clothing, is also that environment can be owned by the same company. So the conclusion I want to make is that AI, NFTs, and metaverse, or immersive digital environments, will ignite a next industrial revolution. If the previous industrial revolutions took us from building 1 item a day to 10 items a day, 10 items a day to 100 chairs a day, if today we do 10,000 chairs in a day, the combination of those technologies will allow us to do 1 billion of chairs in a second, and there is going to have a market for it. I'm not saying that's we are 2 years from it, but eventually we will continue buying physical chairs, but we're going to buy more and more digital chairs. So digital board culture and identity expression will lead to an increasing market for digital goods. That's what's going to ignite this market moving forward. And the last but not least, that digital supply chain will likely be owned by very few. So the wealth distribution on the supply chain will be not very well distributed. Thank you so much. I would love to keep that conversation going. So if you guys want to follow and reach out on my social channels, please feel free to do so. Thank you.